Alright, so I am going to use this video to flog my software, but what I've done basically is I've pinched the Nevada weapon practice, both the A10C and the A10C2, stuck them in my created missions, and yeah, I've edited them so that we can land wherever we want kind of thing, and rearm and refuel, because I don't always want to practice with the same weapons, I like to mix it up. And because I'm on a refresher stint with the A10, because I'm doing absolutely awful, yeah, this is my catch-up time. So what I do when I first start, because I didn't actually get rid of the wingman, maybe I should have got rid of the wingman, but as soon as it fires up, I send him RTB. Then I go land at Creech, and I rearm and refuel. So, yeah, we're just going to be doing some practicing. And we'll be talking about things that I've noticed or whatnot that, this is probably a video that should have been made, I don't know, 10 years ago. But, but it hasn't. So, let's go ahead and do this. Let's send our friend home. Wingman, navigation, return to base. Alright. So let's go land at Creech. Function 2. Divert. Creech. I don't know whether it's my mouse or whether I've got like muscle jumps or something, but every time I try and do something, my hand just goes completely crazy whenever I try and put it over what I want to do. Alright, so we got 360, 600, 360, 600. Yep, very good. Okay, so since I've put up my my utility trainer, whatever you want to call it, EFB, it is designed to be an electronic flight bag, but since I've put that up on Steam, I've got heaps of emails, and the emails are generally from bots. They're automated. A lot of people want to, review my software. Now, I think a lot of it is automated emails. It's pretty clear, but it would be funny if one of them was legit, because I thought to myself, hey, wouldn't it actually be funny, to get some popcorn and watch these people try and review what they're calling a game, and just see how they deal with it? Because it's not a game. You kind of need to know what you want out of it in order to use the thing. I thought, that'd be pretty funny. But yeah, I haven't done that, and I don't plan on doing it, because it'd just be a waste of everyone's time, to be honest. The only reason you'd want the software is because you actually want to plan stuff out. Now, I did decide that I'm going to add a compass rose and a few other things in this update, because it's not... I don't know, I've got plans of things I want to add, and I just add them when I want to add them, kind of deal. And yeah, I am lazy, so it hasn't happened yet. I'm still working on it bits and pieces, because I'll work on it, think about it, think it over, think about what I'm doing, and then go back to it and, add a little bit more. But I thought the compass rose on the map with extended lines out would actually help for World War II kind of stuff, because you can actually put whatever map from whatever era you want in there. So yeah, I thought that'd be a good idea, and that might help. So you could actually have a GCI, or is it GCI? But you could actually have one, for World War II that there is no radar kind of thing in most of those. Even Rise of Flight, you could use it with. See, the thing is, because DCS is my favourite, I'm always referencing DCS, but it really is just because this is my favourite, combat flight simulator. Or flight simulator. Even if I want to go for a flyer, the majority of the time I'll fire this up rather than Microsoft Flight Simulator, to be honest. I don't know. I'm a big fan. What can I say? But that's not to badmouth any of the others. I mean, Rise of Flight I'm a big fan of as well. BMS really is the only one where I had troubles with, but that's only because of the controls. I couldn't get the controls to work properly. And since then, I mean, I've still got the original CD. I think I've still got it installed. But yeah, it's one of those things. I don't really fly BMS that much at all. And I certainly haven't in the last few years. And I've been, pretty busy, so... Whoa, calm down there, son. Ease up. That's because the flaps extended twice. I've got flaps double down. So... When he says check landing gear, always look, it doesn't mean assume it's down. That means look. So, I'll have to speed up because I can tell that we're going to lose a bit too much speed here. Powered down a little too much. Quiet now. Landing. Oh, it was a bit rough, but, Whoa, calm down there, son. Calm down. Whoa, 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 ease up. But anyway, alright, let's try and brake. Let's get this where we need it so we can rearm and refuel. But yeah, back to what I was saying, I thought it'd be pretty interesting to get someone who doesn't actually know what they're looking at to to try and review Shotgun Pinboard, and I'd get out the popcorn and watch them on stream. Go, what? This isn't a game. But yeah, I thought it'd be quite funny. I have, like I said, I did actually give a copy to my favourite YouTuber, and I said, because it's not really. Like, I'm a shy kind of guy. I don't really want to bribe the guy. So I'm like, you know what? You can do a review if you want. Don't do it, whatever. But, here's a copy because I appreciate what you do for DCS. And, well, not, just for me. I appreciate the entertainment value this particular YouTuber offers. And it's not, that I don't like all the YouTubers. I think they're all great, to be honest. But, yeah, there's one in particular that always makes me laugh. So, yeah, I gave him a copy. To be honest, I don't think, though, that people can see yet what it can do. But maybe it's ahead of its time, I think. Possibly. I mean, I like it, obviously, because I wrote it, and I wrote it for what I wanted to do. But yeah, maybe I'm talking it up too much. I don't know, but I'm pretty confident in it, at what it can do and what it can offer, especially once I've added all the features I want. Speaking of the features, though, I have decided I was going to do things like... I think I'm going to skip the weight balance, some other things as well, like the GPS and bearing corrections. I've decided against that because the software itself is so customizable for what you can use it for. you'd be adding your own maps and that kind of thing. And I thought there's no real easy way where I can make sure that the data that the user enters will be accurate. So if you have to put like a map over the top, enter in the details where you can. I want to keep the lantern, or the whatever you call it. So if you have to put your own kind of GPS map over the top, and I have to put like a transform in, like maybe you put in 3 points, and then the software works out all the GPS locations and the bearing adjustments. I mean, it is possible. It'd take a long time to work it out, but I don't know whether I'll be able to put one in accurately, if you know what I mean. So it's not gonna, the act of putting it in is gonna outdo its usefulness. So did I put air balloon on that one? Yep. So what we're doing now is I'm just gonna test dropping these. And did I put them in packs? Yeah, I put them in packs of 3. That's on the outside. Hang on. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to test kind of low-flying bombing runs. You know how you would probably do in like the Hornet and that kind of thing. Just seeing, like, we're going to have some drag. So the air balloon, from my memory, is the air balloon's gonna have drag. So we're just gonna check how the CCP, CCIP, and the CCRP functions with these 2 types. So yeah, let's see how we go. And I mean, that's pretty heavy already. We're not going to be up for 4 hours, so maybe let's drop it down to half an hour or something with fuel. Combat mix, that's fine. Don't really have a choice. Might as well just, there's no extra weight on there. Okay. So I think what I might do, I started with that previous video on, setting up a mission for shotgun pinboard with the Apache, but I got the fuel wrong. So the thing can't actually stay in the air for like 6 hours or whatever. It's probably it's close to 3 hours, but depending on whether you're, I guess, an actual pilot, or, you're learning, or you're just having fun in The Sims, generally you have to have a certain amount of excess fuel for diverts and for landing as well. So that 3 hour block is actually less than 3 hours, because you need to have, I don't know what it's like for choppers, it might be the same, but for aircraft, it's definitely, you have to have a certain amount of fuel for diverts and certain things when they go wrong. And you might actually be, circling a little bit as well in some instances, so you can't land straight away. So that's probably where they get those numbers from. But either way, I put in the fuel wrong. And I'm thinking the next, maybe when I show it off, after the updates or whatever, or before the updates come out, I might actually do, maybe some World War II things, because that's one of the differences, because it doesn't use a real-time GPS, global satellite, whatever, like Google Earth or Maps or whatever. You can put in whatever map you want. So if you've got a map from a certain era, like World War II, where things were different, you can actually stick that in and use that. So yeah, that's the difference between that. But really, the one thing that I'm kind of excited about is if people actually start using it for servers and stuff. Casual servers, obviously, they might not pick it up, but I just like the idea of being able to actually assign your own, entry and exit points and your own kind of rules and that kind of stuff, but still have the ability to get the information out there, if you know what I mean, so everyone can look at it, kind of deal. But yeah, that's what I'm most excited about actually at the moment. Although there's a lot more you can do with it. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it's that versatile. I'm just kind of waiting to see what other people can come up with as well. Alright, so yeah, I'll just hit takeoff trim again. Just for the sake of it. Tad, very good. Alright, let's just make sure we're going to the right place. Mark, we need whale. Unit position, that's not helping because I've actually not put any marks down. It's not counted as marks. Whale. Alright, here we go. So what we're going to do... Oh, actually, I forgot to do one thing. So what we're going to do, we're going to try and QFE this. We're going to try and... the best we can get is 1180. Alright, so we'll get my pen out. 1180. So if we're looking at getting 200 to 300 feet off the ground, will be 1480. So it'll give us 300 feet off the ground. So we'll try this at 300 feet and see how it goes. Now, for what I've noticed in my training sessions, in the TGP's still there. Usually I'd accidentally take that off and then complain that I can't see. Because you kind of, it's easier to do CCRP with this. Actually, let me just change control. Latch is always on now, which is good. But even though the metric system is far superior, I don't mind using the Imperial for this. Because that's just how, when I started working things out, when that line actually means, certain feet, you can just type in, 75 feet, and then, you can get your proper ripple distances and stuff. And I'm just going to turn the steering off right now. Nose wheel steering, and just take off without it. No, I'm going to put it back on. And now I'm going to take it off because we're moving too fast for that now. Oh, I can't remember what I was saying before. Yeah, so I noticed with these particular bombs, you kind of have to ripple a pickle after the pipper's gone over, or the whatever you want to call it, but the pipper's gone over the target. Positive rate, but it's not very solid. That's a bit better. Alright, so when you go a little bit over the target with the Mark 84s, Mark 82s, what am I even saying anymore? Yeah, Mark 82s. So when you go over the target with the Mark 82s and CCIP, you drop it, when the pipper is no longer on the target. And usually that'll score you a hit. But I want to know what the difference is between using the slick ones. Oh, actually, and we want to be around 1.4. Just, the ground there is not the same height as that, but, we're doing an estimate without actually, creating a, mark on the ground and actually, checking the altitude in the CDU and that kind of thing. It's about 300. No, that's too high. That's too high. 1480 is too high. Oh, no. Actually, I haven't hit 1480 yet. There we go. That's around about where we want to be, under here. Alright, so what we're going to do, master arm, we're just going to pick the air retarded ones. And I don't actually, these don't have a parachute, I don't think. I think they're just little metal bits that kind of stick out and just retard their drop a little bit. Not as much as a parachute, I think, from memory. But yeah, we'll try it with the slicks afterwards and see whether clicking on the target will actually net us a shack. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. So if you watch closely, you might have to slow it down and just to see. I think we're a little bit too high as well. So as long as you can actually see the pipper and it's solid, we'll be alright. So 1280. We'll just have a quick check afterwards and see what the altitude's like in this area. I think we're probably about 100, close to 100 feet. Alright, so we'll just try and line up. This is the most difficult part, is lining up, because you're so close, and you're not dropping it under you. You're dropping it like under your wing. Right, so we're going to go just over him, and when the pipper is no longer on him, we'll release. So I released like just after. And I think we just missed him because we lined up wrong. We'll try that again, obviously, see how that goes. Because I definitely know when I was training with the CCRP method with the fixed high, that did not work at all. It would work, from a higher altitude, but coming in fast and low is probably not going to get the job done. So we'll just try that again. I've also put in like a town search feature. I'm still working on that because I have to use the way it's written. I have to use like APIs and that kind of thing, which makes it a little bit difficult on Shotgun Pinboard to do exactly what I want it to do. Some of the background stuff is actually done by... Oh, did I go over? Yeah, doesn't matter. Haven't actually got the mark where it needs to be, but anyway. I've added a town search feature so that some of the missions that you get, I don't know too much about other flight simulators, but I know that you do get missions and pickle. So I've pickled just after, and that's going to hit me. Why am I not hitting him now? When I was doing a run, it's probably the speed, because the speed's different. So I need to take that into account. But the town search feature will come in handy for, like when you get the Huey, and it says just north of whatever, you can search that feature. Or search for that town or that kind of thing, so you kind of know what you're looking at. It's going to be a pretty weird run-in with this one. No, not too bad. Chances are we'll hurt ourselves soon. From this height, okay, a little bit after, just pickle. Yeah, so I pickled like on the, not on his tracks. I've pickled more like above the tank, on the roof. That's when I've pressed the button. So what we'll do now, we'll go to the mark. We'll keep these, but what we'll do is we're going to mark them as or save the profile as CCRP, so calculated release point. And we'll see if we can pull some stupid maneuvers just to get this done quick. Not that you'd want to do this, because the more rushed you are, the worse your performance is. Set the TGP as soy, and we'll just drop it down here. Alright, so let's zoom in. Point. Speed up a little bit. Alright, so now that point to me looks like he's actually on the target. CCRP invalid. Have I got a minimum height maybe? Maybe I was too close. Alright, let's have a quick look at the profile again. Let's see, is there a minimum height? CCRP, change settings, minimum altitude, height of function. No. CCRP invalid. Did I set that as soy? Yeah, that was the problem. I didn't actually set it as soy, so it was marking the whale mark as the CCRP point of interest, which we didn't want because that's in the air and it's not actually a target. Yeah, you got to remember that sometimes. There's so many functions in this aircraft, and I absolutely love it. You really feel like you've accomplished something when you can, use this aircraft to a useful degree. Not that I've ever been able to to really do it. I mean, some things I've learned and been quite good at, actually. So, it's not all bad, but this is a lot harder than the CCIP I found. Oh, jeez. Pickling. And missed. See, it doesn't seem to work. So what we'll do, we'll go to the profile main. Oh no, actually, we'll select what we want first. We'll go with the slicks, right? We'll go to the profile, we'll go to CCRP, we'll save that, and we'll see if we can hit it with slicks in CCRP mode. And we're going to pull ridiculous maneuvers and fall out of the sky while we try and turn. Yes. I'm very aware. Alright, so we've got... Oh, gimbal roll. Always screws it up. Come on, get there. Alright. Alright, 10, 9, am I lined up? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Released it just next to it. Oh! There we go. That's what we want. And we missed him. And we missed him to the left, but the distance looks alright. Okay, so this is what you do. Master caution. Have I still got pneumatic power to at least drop? No, flaps won't drop. Okay. Have we got... Yep. Very good. Left engine, right engine. Alright, let's just switch them off. Master caution. As long as these are down, let's just switch off the battery. Just, fancy free. I don't even know what I'm singing. Oh, I could have put those out, but... Oh, well. Something fell off. Alright, cool. So that seemed to work. Alright. Oh, hang on. One of my... Shift... Hey! See, I do take the advice of people who comment on my videos. Just make sure all my buttons are where they need to be. Everything's all good again. But we can't. I don't want you to sit through a whole new. GPU 12s. GPU 54. Alright, well, let's just see what this GPU 54 does, hey? Yes, I'm flying stupid because I'm trying to place down my TGP at a decent. Okay, so what is this default to? CCRP or CC? Looks like CCRP. Let's have a look at the profile. See whether this is automatic CCRP. Nose tail. Change settings. What have we got? Auto lays. Yeah, why not? Okay, so GPU 54. See, I've been out of this for a little while. And you know, when I've been, you know, flying, I don't normally, like, I got pretty good at things, but, you know, I didn't learn extra, if you know what I mean. Like, once I got useful, I just kind of sat with what I already knew, and I didn't go on and learn, you know, all the extra stuff. But yeah, also, you know, it was personal stuff in my life, which, you know, made it a little bit more difficult to, you know, take the time and learn things. But it's a bit better now. So let's just line this bad boy up. Even though the laser's automatic, we should be okay. We're quite close to. I said line it up. I didn't mean to make it worse. Jeez. Not really lined up very good. I'm just putting autopilot on, just seeing how this works, hey? GPU. Are you going to tell me when to... What's the marker for this? How do I do it? 4, 3, 2, 1. Did it release? Did it? No? How's that work? Alright, so I'm going to have to figure out what this GPU, how to release this GPU 54. Anyway, I've come back. I'm just doing, you know, some playing around with the weapons that are provided. So I'm having a look at what these GPU 54s do. Thanks for watching, I guess. I'm going to be doing this for a little while. Yeah, so, yeah. Well, wasn't that interesting? I blew myself up and I thought, you know what, you guys don't want to watch, you know, any more of that. That's basically just what I'm doing. If you know, needed some ideas on you know, what to brush up on and stuff. I mean, it's fairly simple stuff, to be honest. Most of the people who have been doing this for a while, they know exactly what they need to learn. I guess this is just for... can I actually release that? I don't understand how these GPU 54s work at the moment. Well, manual release. Yeah, manual release. TGP auto lays fail. Alright, well, I'll start lasing then. Let me laze. Is it lasing? Acknowledge. 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 Let me laze. 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 Oh, look, you know, it was pretty close. Close isn't good enough when you try... Oh, man, that's off by a few feet. I can tell because there's like a little brown dot right next to it. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to go ahead and do a bit more practice, because clearly the GPU 54, I have no idea how that works. And the GPU 38, I think I've got some reading to do, because yeah, I when I started this all those years ago, I didn't learn all of the extras, or whether these are new or not, because life things and whatnot. As much as I enjoy this game, it does take a lot of time. I tells you what, I've read through that, like the A10's 800-page manual or whatever, quite a few times now. It just takes time to learn this kind of stuff, but it's good fun. Obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.